Welcome to part 2. Hopefully I'll talk a little bit slower this time, although I can't guarantee it. Today, not right now, I'm just out for what I call my sanity walk. Alright, this is the walk that I normally record these on. But today it's been a stressful 24 hours, you know. I just need a bit of sanity, a bit of time on my own, to get the thoughts in order, try and find the solution to the aforementioned problem with time. It's not like Doctor Who, don't I have a problem with time. Yeah, I'm going to petition the UN to change the number of hours in a day to 48. Might get something done then. Today later on I'm going to go to the doctors. I mentioned in one of the early ones that when I was doing that big long 2-month session of 18-hour days, I managed to damage my health. And a routine blood test, you know, sort of like just a check-up, right? Came back with an anomaly saying that there's damage to the liver, to my liver, right? Basically too many long hours, too much caffeine, not enough sleep, basically pushed my body to breaking point. And I haven't went up till now to find out how bad it is, right? Because to be honest, part of me doesn't want to know, because if I don't know, then I don't have to adapt my life accordingly. Part of me is scared, but I'm also quite sure that this is nothing, right? I'll be certain that this is next to nothing. I was just basically told, slow the fuck down, and it'll go right. Right? If not, well, you just deal with things as they come, don't you? But at 10 to 40 a day, that's what I've got to do. Not looking forward to it. Wayne goes into serious mode. We'll see what happens. So it should go, you know, as I say, go fine. It's just formality more than anything else, really. I know what he's going to say, right? Not that I'm saying I'm better than a doctor, but he's going to end up in an early grave driving. That's faster than these country roads. Don't you love when people do 90 in cars on windy roads, right? They don't know there's a big fucking tree around that corner. And he's going to have to brake hard. Yep, there he goes. Anyway, sadistic bastard, aren't I? Yeah, so it's basically I'm going to be told to slow down a bit, which I do intend on doing anyway, because I can't keep up this breakneck sort of long days with no rest pace forever, right? It is going to eventually get to the point where something's going to give. But as I explained again in, I think it was the last one, my aim is to try and, by about the sort of June-July point, to have earned enough to live or survive for the rest of the year, right? Not in any great style, but at least I know then that I can live, right? It takes the pressure off a bit. Then I can maybe refuse projects that I don't think, or things I'll enjoy, you know? Then I can take the ones that I just enjoy. Things that I don't mind spending a bit of time on, or I don't mind doing fast, you know, things like that. So we'll see how everything goes, you know. Been crazy old sort of time weather-wise. You wouldn't think of it today, right? Sun splitting the treetops. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that's blinding you, that sun there. I'll just angle it that way. Yesterday, there was 2 inches of snow. And a blizzard. The day before that, there was a blizzard that was so bad that my parents couldn't come to pick Kane up for a couple of hours to take him off, to take him to Grandma and Granddad's. Kane was not chuffed about that. One thing that with children is if you promise them something, you must deliver. They have memories like elephants. If you give up on them once, and you haven't got the world's best excuse, then they get really pissed off. And next time you promise something, they won't believe you. So I always make sure that I don't break promises with Kane. If I promise something, if I say, right, I'll go and get you some sweeties at the shop later on today. If there's an earthquake and a hurricane and UFOs are falling in the sky with big fucking lasers killing everybody, I'll still go to the shop because I promised them, right? Yeah, I might not like it, but I'll do it. You know. I have a nice big shiny ball. Let me explain that rather random little line. Actually since about September last year, I've been looking for a large, you know, chrome ball bearing, basically, big large chrome ball, to use to make HDRI images and stuff like that, right? Now, I was going to use a Christmas decoration, but unfortunately this year, everywhere I went, before Christmas, and just after, I couldn't find any just perfect mirror Christmas decorations. You couldn't find them anywhere. Crazy. Now, early on in the week, I was walking past a shop down here when I get further back into Langley Park in a few miles, and they were selling large chrome balls for £4.99. You know, it's all like the gazing ball things you get in gardens, but this one was a lot sturdier, but also a lot lighter, and they're in two sizes. So I got the big, giant, shiny ball, basically, right? I want to pick another couple up. I want a small one to carry in my pocket, so when I'm out at times like this, if I see a really good vista, I can take a photograph of it, and then take a photograph of said shiny, great big chrome ball, some HDRI images, and, you know, use it to put models in, right? Although I'm going to resist the urge to do fake UFO videos, right? It's like the easiest fucking way in the world. I made a couple of things for my own amusement, you know, a few months ago. They never see the light of day because I don't believe in putting fake footage out. I don't think it's right, personally. Let's just check time here. So, what sort of made me say that? Some of you know that I've got an interest in the whole sort of unexplained UFO thing, right? I've always found it interesting as I was a kid, right? But what alarms me is the amount of people outside of CG that do not understand what is possible, you know? And they see what to us, right? There's 3D guys watching this, but I know some people don't. Would be really ropey fucking CG, right? I do think it's the best thing they've ever seen. So why is that? Funny enough, my dad was asking the same question yesterday, how he was trying to explain to a relative about how photorealistic 3D is these days, and they wouldn't believe him. And it's what he calls the Scooby-Doo movie phenomenon, right? I don't know who worked on Scooby-Doo, right? Granted, it was done a few years back, but the CG was bad, right? It was bad. That's not, you know, it was crap. I know you were probably working at a deadline, but if you're doing a movie like Scooby-Doo, make a damn good job of it, right? The acting, the rest of the movie I liked, but just the model Scooby-Doo I didn't like at all. And people think that movies of that sort of standard, if they see those sort of movies all the time, that's what they think the standard of CG is. Same as if they watch Doctor Who, they think that's the standard of CG. Now, if they don't watch your big American sci-fi series, like Star Trek and stuff like that, and they don't watch sci-fi movies, or big blockbusters, like a lot of people don't, funnily enough, then they don't have a clue. You know. At some point, I am going to do 2 bits of demonstration footage, probably later in the year. One will be showing how easy it is to make fake UFO footage that is photorealistic and knock your socks off, right? Another one is fake alien footage. You know, there's been a load of these things doing around, and a lot of them are just, you know, normal map game models with a dark light, a bit of dark light. But I reckon it's quite easy to do something photorealistic. But, well, at times another thing, but I do want to try some of that stuff. I've done a few tests just for me, and they came out rather well. But I'm always really wary of putting stuff like this on YouTube or anywhere else, because I've seen too many artists that put stuff on the site basically just saying, look, this is not made myself, it's fake, it's not real, blah blah blah. Then somebody uploads it, puts it on a different account on YouTube, and away you go. All of a sudden you know, vilified as somebody making fake footage. Not what anybody wants. Let's see what the time is. A minute or so. Yeah, so that's basically what's happening this week. Lots of stress. I would like to say, I know there's one person watching this, right, watches these regularly, I didn't know. From the frozen wastelands, they'll know what I mean, that sent a nice message on Zebra Central to me concerning the upcoming book. I'd just like to say thank you for keeping the secret. Do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the book. Right? That was just a little message from me to him. Right? Mate of mine, John McIntyre, just got to the finals of the Sunday Express karaoke competitions in the country western category. So I know John watches these. Look, like, mate, look, best of luck. I know you're going to do well because he's a fantastic singer. Just remember, learn the words. Don't give a shit about what anybody else says. Right? Somebody's been in enough competitions of different sorts. It's always worth bearing in mind. They always put a couple of sort of guys who are crap, and maybe 3 or 4 people who are really good. Now this normally means they've got an idea who's going to win before anybody steps on the stage. But if I was John, I'd treat this as a shop window. There'll be important people there. Don't let it get you, just do your best and be yourself and you'll win. Or you'll at least get a place. Right, let's see what time it is. Oh, time for me to go. I will see you all next time, and hopefully I'll have found a solution to this problem. The doctor will then tell me later on today that I've either got to slow down or there's nothing to worry about, and everything's gone. It'll be fucking lovely, right? If not, I'll be manically depressed next week, and we'll be back to normal thoughts again, right? Anyway, see you next time. I'll fill you in on some new stuff. Bye.